Hey Saber World, it's Josh again, and this time I am reviewing the Vader's Vault Hero. So I just got this in today, and I've been messing with it. Let me go over what's on it. It has a Crystal Shard 3.0. It has a custom chassis. This isn't what all the Vader's Vault Sabers have in them, as far as a chassis goes. This one is a fixed one, so it stays right here on the top. There's a kill key, and there's a board, so you can pull out the... Let me turn on another light, and then I'm going to turn it off. It's just a little bright, but then you'll get to see the hilt a little better. There we go. Yeah, so then the SD card is where you play with your color profiles if you're doing RGB stuff, or your sound profiles, since it can hold up to 6. There's the speaker. So I'll just put this. So you know what? While I'm doing this, let's just pull the kill key.
I'll never turn to the dark side.
So I went with a green, red Sun Crusher. So main blade is green and the flash on clash is red. I did take someone's suggestion and play around with the colors. So it does color change from green to yellow to red. So it gets green, yellow, orange, red all the way through. So it's pretty cool. So I played around with that, and I'll show you. I did light weathering. Thank you, Matthew Cohn, for showing me close-ups of yours. So it kind of has a nice used feel to it. I did stick with the dueling emitter. I'm not going to duel with this. I don't think so. But I would totally feel safe if someone came over and said, "Hey, Josh, I want to duel with you. I have I have an Ultra Saber or something." I could be like, you know what, I could totally use my hero because this is a very solid neck, very solid. Nothing wiggling, nothing. And even when you have the blade in, there's a retention screw, by the way. So yeah, I mean, you have it's about the same as the Ardent, right? And I also got a blade plug for it. They just added the blade plug to their site. So if you go to the option that says "I forgot this on my hero," it's something like that in the store. And if you look in the combat class, it's its own thing to click on, like right next to the sabers. You can choose to say, "Hey, I want it weathered. I want to get the control box so it blinks," and I will show you that in a minute. Or I'd like blade plug for my hero. So yes, canon wise, this should be lopped off and this should be super skinny. But like I said, if someone comes over and says, "Hey, I want a duel," I'll be like, bring out my Return of the Jedi lightsaber. So here's a comparison. This is my Solos Hold V2. So honestly, let's back up a little bit. They're about the same size. I'm talking about just height. The V2 is a little fatter. I'm talking about like little fatter, not, can't really, it's not super noticeable. But if you look at it long enough, you're like, oh, it is a little bit bigger. God, I love this saber. I love both these sabers. Okay, so, here's something to note that I've realized. So, because let's put a blade in. Something that I've realized with this blade plug is it's kind of a little friction fit, so it doesn't come out. So what I do is I take my Allen wrench once I loosen it up, put it in there, give it a little pressure, and pull out. Because I don't want to put any, scratches or anything on the lens. So look how far down it goes. It's about that much. So I'm very glad I got the dueling emitter on there, especially since I have such an accurate V2. I don't need to have two super accurate Luke Skywalker lightsabers. This one I mainly got so I could have some dueling fun with it, right? Like I've been saying. Alright, so right now I'm just tightening her up. Alright. I did not charge this, by the way. I have not charged this yet. So first up is Juan Smith's Mark 6. This is a very nice loud saber. I did get the blinking LEDs. Alright, so how you turn the saber on is these two buttons right here. So that's the main one, the top. This is the auxiliary. Hold it.
I am a Jedi, like my father before me.
This is Lord Blako's Skywalker ROTJ. So, I don't know if you can tell, but this is a little bit more of a lime green. Little bit more of a lime green. Has a little bit of the red firing. Just because I have 6 font profiles to play with, I wanted them to be a little bit different. I do have to admit, I really like the Crystal Shard 3.0 compared to the 2.5. The sound is crisper. The speakers that they're using now are much louder. And see, I'm going to hold the D-ring. No wobble. Nothing. So this is, I remember talking to them that they were going to try to make this as strong as their Ardent neck, which I totally endorse. For dueling. I did it for a long while. And the only reason I sold my Ardent was to pay for the install for this bad boy. To get that unicorn built. So that is a custom boot sound to Mad Cow's Hero. So for most of the fonts, it's the 2 greens firing, and then the flash on clash is the 2 greens firing and the red. So it kind of gives off that like an orangey. So like I said, I completely color mixed a bunch of stuff, and I didn't put like a Vader font on here.
You have that power too.
And here is a custom gray meat Luke V2 sound font that I played with. So that kind of this goes to the lime green again. They did such a good job on this. They did. It's just really well crafted. So why did I go with light weathering? I saw a screenshot of some of the props they used with episode 7, and someone captured that they had the hero on the table and it was lightly weathered, especially on the control box. And so I messaged them when I said, "Hey, I want to get the the blade plug for this too, and could you lightly weather it?" And lightly weather it kind of like they did in that photo. So a lot more of the griminess is around this control box. And honestly, after having a saber like the V2, and even if you look in the one scene that they use this saber in Return of the Jedi, it's not exactly a clean saber. I love it. I love it. What's the next one? So I put Illum on here. That's also from Lord Blako. Kind of like a Jason Solo. Yes, I know. I throw that name around a lot, and I'm still looking for a lightsaber that calls to me with Jason Solo. So his is a thin neck, and he loved his Uncle Luke so much. And I had 6 sound fonts to play with, right? So I put that one on here. Well, partially because it is so bassy, and the speakers and the sound sounds so nice. All right, one last sound font, and here's where you actually get to see the a little bit of the color mixing I did. And I tell you, this is a free font from Lord Blakeo. This is a free font from Lord Blakeo. It is, I think it's KOTOR Meditation, and it's almost like a holocron. Let me show you.
A Jedi must ever be seeking knowledge. What is it you wish to know? May the Force be with you.
So that's really neat. Thank you, Alan and Deanna. It's rockin'. I give it an A+. Really well put together. And may the Force be with you.